So here we go with Sparklines. A Sparkline is a tiny, tiny chart that actually lives inside of a cell. It looks like this here when we're done. It's just a tiny little chart actually lives in a cell. So let's see how we go about inserting a Sparkline. The first thing to do is to put your cursor in the cell where you want the Sparkline to be. I want it to be in this cell. Then I come on up to Insert tab and select a line chart here, for example. Now this thing pops up and it says what data range you want. Well, I want to chart the sales for the small widget from 2008 all the way up to 2015. So I highlight that range of cells, D5 to K5. It's already going to put the chart in L5 because that's where I had the cursor when I started. I click on OK. And poof, I get a tiny chart. Now, you can't see any numbers in this thing. It's just way too small. But the beauty of it is you can, at a glance, see a trend. And you can include a quick Sparkline right inside of a table of data like this to sort of go along with it. And it lives in the cell, so it's like cell contents. And because of that, you can copy it down the column like so. And it will show a Sparkline for each one of the medium, large, and also the grand total across here. So you can see that big dip here caused that dip down here, and so on. And you can see that the total overall trend is up. Now, you can do a little bit of decoration on a Sparkline chart. I've just selected all these charts here, and I click on the Design tab. And I can put a little marker at the first point, the last point, and maybe at the high point as well. So I get a marker, tiny one right there at the top. I can change the colors into a different palette like so. I can change the markers and so on. There isn't much else you can do with them. You can make column charts out of them like that. But probably the easiest or best way of showing something like this is to just show it as a line chart like that. So that wraps up Sparklines. Not much to them, very easy to do, and you can tinker around with the design of these things.